Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. I am your host, Fritz. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about the Sheeple Democrats and Sheeple Republicans that are tearing this fucking country apart, in my personal opinion. All right. What I'm seeing is truly not making sense, okay? Outside from the government, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, these Sheeple Democrats and Republicans are really frustrating to listen to. They're really frustrated to see. They're really frustrated to look at. I don't even know how the rest of the society deals with it. You know, for all the ones who know better and are smart and intelligent enough to see that you got to have critical thinking skills. You can't be easily led. You're not overly submissive. And more important, you're literally questioning authority. Those people I love. Because I know you guys are what the backbone of this country is. You guys are the reason why this country keeps moving, right? And then we got the Sheeple. We either have Sheeple Democrats and Sheeple Republicans who are not willing to question authority, and they're just literally going along to get along. That has to be the most frustrating group of people I've ever witnessed in my life here in America. You know, you're going to notice this year, the closer we get to elections, there are going to be incentives that are going to be offered on both ends. You know, incentives that could have been passed now, especially for the Democrats. As you can see, Kamala already started. She's already offering, $25,000 for first-time home buyers if you elect her. Keywords, if you elect her. Okay. One of the examples I wanted to use today was Senator Chris Murphy on basically why being a Democrat or Republican, Sheeple, is so destructive in this country, man. You're really fucking up this country and you don't even know it. Outside from what the government is doing single-handedly, you people are by far the worst. You're going to notice more and more and more, like I'm telling you, as the elections come closer and closer and closer, these people are going to have so many tricks up their bags. They're going to have so many ways and bright ideas. After going through 3.5 years of bullshit with the Democratic Party and a bipartisan House, you're going to notice these people are always going to come together with excuses to fuck you over and tell you, the people, which are the majority, why you can never get your way. And it's always going to be their way. And you fucking idiots, you Sheeple, you eat it up. There's no questioning. You're easy led. You don't give a fuck. You don't question shit. Whatever Kamala says, it's God's words. Whatever Donald Trump says, they're God's words. You never question them as fucking public servants. Ladies and gentlemen, these are public servants. Once I break down a definition to you, what a fucking public servant is and what their job is to do and what you as the people are supposed to demand from them, because that's exactly what they are, public servants. But unfortunately, here in this country, the Sheeple don't treat them as such, and we are outnumbered by the Sheeple. There's nothing we can do about that. It's very unfortunate you're in a world where majority of the people are Sheeple. They need to be led. They're too fucking stupid to make decisions on their own. Let's be real. You see them in the comic sections. You see it everywhere. The examples it's just overwhelming online. You can tell majority of people need to be led. They have no fucking clue what's going on out here, which is very unfortunate. And that's the type of excuses that you're giving the government to continue doing what they're doing. When you keep playing fucking dumb and you're not willing to question authority and you're just going along to get along, our government is rightfully so going to keep doing what they're doing. Because, the Sheeple in this country are proving that, unfortunately, we cannot be led by people in this country. Okay? Because common sense would tell me, I want y'all to tell me if you disagree with this, okay? Common sense can easily tell me, when I'm looking at two candidates, okay, Kamala and Trump, and the best they have is slandering each other and tearing each other apart and disrespecting each other, right? I guess when we get closer to elections, we're going to get some true policies and they're going to say why one policy is better than the other. Even if that comes, we don't even know for sure if that's going to come with Kamala and Trump debate. It should, though. I'm pretty sure it will. But beforehand, all we see is slanders, right? They're really dogging each other out. And it's very bad for the nation. See, me personally, being a mature adult that I am, an intellectual person that I feel like I am, I'm already going to step back and I'm looking at both candidates and I'm looking at two people who are undeserving of a vote. You know, the average American citizens with the slightest bit of sense can see this from a fucking 100 miles away. Neither one of these candidates deserve a vote. But yet I still see idiots in the comment sections everywhere. That doesn't matter what post. You could go down the line and anytime you see any type of political debate, you're going to notice idiots in the comment section picking sides. It's just the norm. But an intelligent person, you know, they'll sit back and they won't even give a vote because it wouldn't make any sense right now to vote for any party. They haven't offered anything. They haven't proven themselves to. Like I told you, they're both unqualified for the job. And in these times, you can only hope, right? You can literally only hope that people are smart enough to catch on and they'll put their red flag down, they'll put their blue flag down, they'll stop banging for a second. Right? They'll call the truce. That's what smart people would do after you've seen what's been taking place in this country. Like, there's no reason for anybody to continue being a Democrat or Republican these days. It doesn't make any sense. Both sides are trash at this moment. Nobody's really standing out better than the other. But, you know, this is the time where I feel like all smart people will set their differences aside. There's no blue vote. There's no red vote. We're going to stop gangbanging. We're going to call the truce amongst the people. We're going to come together. And we're going to hold our vote. And we're going to demand. You understand? Here's the kicker. November 5th is like 3 months down the line. We can do this if we truly want. TikTok is a motherfucker. We can truly demand more for our vote. But I'm a little concerned with why the sheeple cannot see this shit. It's a bright fucking idea. Just set your gang differences aside. Join the troops, and you will be surprised how your government would have to fall to their knees and serve you, as they were placed there to do in the first place. They were supposed to serve you. You remember, you guys are forgetting that these are public servants, and you start praising these people and thinking they're gods. And that's the sheeple, idiotic, pathetic behavior I'm seeing all through the nation. So that's what I'm on. Nobody's getting my vote this year. And my goal all the way up to November, right, is to prove to you people how fucking foolish you look on November 5th going to vote, even when there's an electoral college in process. That's automatically telling you in your face, you fucking sheep, that your vote doesn't matter. But that's going to fall on deaf ears because that's who you are. Sheep are just idiots. You know, they're led by the millions. They will go to the vote November 5th. And before I get into this example, with Chris Murphy at the Democratic National Convention, all right, because I want to use Senator Chris Murphy, and what he had to say, day 3 at the Democratic National Convention. I will be pulling them up. But before I pull up Chris Murphy, I want to pull up this particular election result back in 2016. And I brought this, image up on a few episodes, right? And it's very significant that you guys really study this election and really understand where I'm going with it. I'm going to break it down to you. In 2016, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, okay? Donald Trump won the electoral vote. He got 306 to be exact. All you need is 270, okay? Hillary Clinton smoked him with the popular vote by damn near 3 million votes. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's 3 million people. That's 3 million people. Strike that in your imagination. Process that. That's a country. Just think about that. It's 3 million people. Okay? That could damn near be a country in a sense. All right? She damn near beats this guy by 3 million. Just a little under 3 million. Okay? And in this country, we have a small group, a government, that tells the people, it doesn't fucking matter what you want, okay? I'm going to get what I want. And for everybody screaming out, Trump is anti-establishment, this election result right here should shut that fucking conversation up. You should never, anybody that's trying to claim Trump to be an anti-establishment guy, I want you guys to refer back to the 2016 election results. Do you understand me? I want you guys to always bring it back to the 2016 election results, and you let him know, or you let them know that Trump only got in through the establishment, okay? With 306. So if you think the Electoral College isn't attached to the establishment, we'll have a conversation, and I'll show you how fucking stupid you sound. But you can challenge it. Go in the comment section and we'll talk about it. If you don't believe the Electoral College is part of the establishment, I'll break it down to you. It's really easy. But you believe what you want, right? So the establishment gets Trump in because clearly the people at that year wanted Clinton in. I did the voting for the lesser evils. I'm not proud of it. I did vote for Hillary, but whatever. It will never happen again. But neither here and there. Trump gets in for the establishment. Do you guys know when it went wrong for Trump? Because he's full establishment. Okay, it went wrong for him. It's just, you got to understand what kind of guy Trump is. We know it. We've been seeing it all our lives. Very cocky, high ego, We'll go against the grain. Facts. I give it to him. Balls of steel. The guy will do what the fuck he want when he want. But here's the problem he had. See, when you get into that White House chair and the establishment sits you in it, you can't start going against them. When you're dealing with companies like Pfizer, Moderna, and, Raytheon, Boeing, it goes on and on, these big boys, right? That pay our congressmen heavily and our lobbyists, right? All right. So when you got big dogs, you got to serve, Mr. President. You can't just go out on a podium and tell people not to take a shot. Because you can't tell them you don't have to take a shot, because there's an agenda that the people you serve have that are bigger than you in this country, right? These guys been in power and they've been around a little longer than you, Trump. So you got to respect them, these companies and whatnot, these big players that you got to serve, okay? So when you start going against the grain, you start doing little things like that, right? And then you turn around later on after they confront you, then you hit the podium again, and then you tell people, hey, go ahead and take the shot. It's not bad. I took it, no big deal. And then you get booed, right? And you wonder why you're getting booed. The reason why they booed you that day when you told them to go take the shot, Mr. Trump, is because you were no longer for the people, right? See, you do this thing where you go back and forth. I know a bullshitter when I see one. You bullshit your peoples all the time. You can't bullshit me. I know you're full of shit, sir. But it's unfortunate we got to deal with sheeple in this country, right? So, we'll work with it. We'll work with y'all, all right? We're going to work with you stupid motherfuckers, and hopefully you get it. All right, sheeple? So Trump, he has these little tactics where he likes to go against the grain at times. That's what gets him in trouble. Okay, fast forward, Pennsylvania. Okay, now, there's rumors and speculation still going on. We have no idea who sent that kid, why that kid did his job. But he was pretty level-headed. He sure wasn't a retard. The kid was level-headed. He didn't have no records of being mentally ill. He was pretty sane last time I checked. So whoever sent that kid will, further, investigations will determine who was trying to kill Trump. If you let Alex Jones tell it, they still are, he has inside intel that is stating that they still want to kill this man. That's Alex Jones. He's a conspiracy theorist though, so let's not reference Alex too much here. But hey, that's one of the riders. He's one of the riders. He's one of the Donald Trump riders, right? So you got to address these people because, it's starting to get a little uncomfortable here in this country because it seems like nobody truly wants to go back to being American. I would love for people to put their red and blue flags down, stop gangbanging, and just go back to being American. And I swear for God, if I was a betting man, I can guarantee you significant results if people hit the streets and no longer wanted to be Republican and Democrat and they wanted to vote as an American and put the best policy in place. This country will begin to thrive upwards. You think China's economy is looking magnificent? Man, if we can get a leader that can unify people in this country will be a fucking utopia. But, it's just too much evil in the background that people are not really taking their time to, distinguish. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we still have congressmen who decides what wars we fund. We have congressmen also decide when we go to war. And these people are invested in defense stock. And I talked about that last episode, but it still seems to be not clicking for the average people. I told you, sheeple are fucking up this country. It's a common sense. It's common sense at this point. Using your own intelligence. It's common sense. How do you not see the writings on the wall? And I want to play a video by Chris Murphy, okay? And this is a very strong point I wanted to land. Senator Chris Murphy was at the DNC National Convention, and he brought up the bipartisan bill that was supposed to be passed. No, excuse me, the bipartisan deal that was supposed to be passed for the border, the border bill that we need to secure our borders. And I want to play this video by, Senator Chris Murphy, and it's only about a minute. I want y'all to hear him out. Just hear the bullshit out, and then I would love to discuss why, ladies and gentlemen, we really need to stop playing this Democrat-Republican fucking game that they're running on us. Without further ado, check this clip out.
I just want to let you know, that everything that you just saw in that video, that's exactly what happened. I know because I was the Democratic senator who negotiated that bill to secure the border with President Biden and Vice President Harris. I want to tell you this as well. Donald Trump's allies weren't just in the room. They helped us write the whole bill. It was a bipartisan bill. It was a tough bill. $20 billion in new border security, gave the president the emergency power to shut down the border, made compassionate but serious reforms to our asylum system. One Republican said it would have had almost unanimous support if it weren't for Donald Trump. Trump killed that bill, and he did it because he knew that if we fixed the border, he'd lose his ability to divide us, his ability to fan the flames of fear about people who come from different places.
Chris Murphy, ladies and gentlemen, who can recall what was Trump running on in 2016? Do y'all recall what he was running on? Trump's whole thing was the border. Okay, the border crisis, building the wall. That was one of his main running points in 2016. When he was in office, he wanted to secure that border. That was something he was very passionate about. Anybody that can say that's not true, you're a lie. So let's be honest. It's something Trump really had as a priority. But the American people, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to be able to read in between the lines and see between the bullshit between both Democrats and Republicans and what they do here in this country. Okay? I want you to understand that they play this game, right? And they make you believe as if one person always ruins it, or a few Democrats or a few Republicans always ruin it. But you need to understand, when millions of people are in need, and I do mean millions, okay? When we're desperately in need for a border security bill, okay? And we have this back and forth, and I don't even want to pick sides and do the blame game. I don't want to say, oh, Trump called in and he fucked it up for the rest of us. I'm not even going to play that game, because at the end of the day, I know this was the guy that been asking for this, and the Democrats at one point were giving him hell. So I'm not even going to play that fucking game with going back and forth to see who's at fault. The American people, I'm asking for y'all to see the bullshit right in front of your face when people are playing with you. You understand what I'm saying? Democrats and Republicans, they're running game, okay? They have higher powers that they serve. You, the people, are the game. You are the game that they need to run on. Because there's sheeple Democrats and sheeple Republicans that refuse to question this type of fuckery. How is it that we have elected all you people to serve us, and yet you can't put your differences aside and do what's best for the country? And I'm speaking on both parties. Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't got no one to blame. That's what I'm fucking trying to tell you. You sheeple motherfuckers. There is no one side to blame. The more you get in the comment section, you say, well, it's the Democrats' fault. No, it's the Republicans. It's going to fall on deaf ears with me. It's not going to work. That's bullshit. That's sheeple mentality. You know what grown adults do when they see fuckery going on and they see two parties that are supposed to serve the people and they're not doing their job? We hold back our vote. That's what smart, intelligent people do. They don't pick a side. They hold back their vote until they start receiving some tangibles. And still you start giving the people reasons and true reasons to fucking rally behind you. You guys they're not supplying that for the people. They're running game. And it's mind-boggling that you people are not catching on. That's the part that's crazy to me. And I want to read, I just want to go over again what the term sheeple means for all you people that are lost and don't know what a sheeple is. Because more than likely, if you don't know what a sheeple is, you by far are a fucking sheep. It's a term used to describe individuals who are perceived as being easily led, overly submissive, lacking critical thinking skills. Lord have mercy. Particularly in the context of following trends, beliefs, and peep this, or authority without questioning. Ladies and gentlemen, stop doing that fucking shit that you do and praising these candidates. And I swear to God, you guys need to start questioning them. Especially when it's things like this that don't make sense at all. You mean to tell me Trump was the guy that he's one person out of hundreds of millions that he has to serve? This one guy in the country calls, knowing that everybody needs this. And if you don't believe we don't need to do something about this border quick for all, for you idiots that think it's not a big deal and you don't pay attention to politics, let me school you, okay? If you go to benefits.gov, okay, this is the incentive programs they have for refugees and others and migrants. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to read to you verbatimly what's on this and why it matters that they need to hurry up and secure this border and they need to stop fucking playing games. All right. Refugee and interest assistance, state administered programs. What is this program? Needy refugees and other appropriate individuals, you hear that? Who do not qualify for temporary assistance for needy families, which is TANF, supplemental security income or Medicaid programs, but who meet the income and resource eligibility standards of these programs are eligible to receive special refugee cash assistance and refugees medical assistance through the refugee program during their first 8 months in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. The Office of Refugee Resettlement provides funding for a broad range of social services to refugees, both through states and in some cases through direct service grants. Gosh, oh my. The purpose is to help refugees obtain employment, achieve economic self-sufficiency, and adjust socially as quickly as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how that makes sense during the time in America when we can't even afford this shit. And I'm going to tell you how much game is being ran. Democrats, hear me out. I want y'all to know on your watch, we're up to about 15 million and counting of migrants that crossed that border, within your presidency, all right? Within your term. We're up to about 15 million. It's even hard to, keep count because it's an everyday thing, right? And for y'all to try to blame Trump, hear me out. For the Democrats to try to blame Trump for making a phone call for not passing something this man been screaming hell about, his whole term and now, up to now. It's playing with the fucking American people's faces. See, the sheeple are going to eat this up. They're going to pick a side. They're going to try to blame. But me, an intelligent motherfucker, I'm telling you, y'all need to stop doing this shit. The floodgates have been open like hell for immigrants on the Democratic watch. And then they put programs like this, but then they're saying we need to build to control it. Help this shit make sense, ladies and gentlemen. You want a bill to secure the border, but yet the Democrats let them in and they offer these crazy incentives for them to adjust as quickly as possible. Democrats, did you really just want these people vote? Is that why you let them in? And now that you got enough votes, it's time to secure the border? And is that why Trump probably called and said, fuck that shit? Do not pass it, my Republican allies. Because this is a shit show, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's putting the country first. Neither the Democrats, neither the Republicans. And my sheeple, you fucking idiots, you're eating it up. You got to put your flags down. You got to put your flags down. You got to stop this gangbanging. All my Democrats, all my Republicans, please stop gangbanging. Hit the streets, man. Put your American hat on. Show me you got American pride. Show me this is the land of the free, the land of the brave again. Be brave. It's okay to tell your party, hey, you're not doing the right things right now. I can't fuck with you. It's perfectly fine as an American citizen to look the people in your party. Look Kamala and her whole party. Look at Trump, his whole party. Hey, y'all fucked up. Y'all not doing right. Y'all not talking to us. Y'all ain't serving us like y'all supposed to. It's okay. It's perfectly normal. You won't get in trouble for it, I swear to God. You will only get significant change and tangible results. It'll be great. But it's going to require you to get your head out your ass and really start paying attention and calling out what the fuck you're saying. You have to question your authority. You can no longer be a sheep. And to make matters worse, right? We got guys like Roland Martin. He's recently being confronted, right? You got these, Democratic shills, you got the Republican shills, and they're fucking annoying, ladies and gentlemen. It's disgusting. But I've noticed the Democrats got it worse, from what I've seen just this week. This week alone, Roten Martin had to be confronted by a Chicago activist, okay, for talking crazy to this man online. You're talking about a man who's put in work in his community, and it's shown, and he has the results that he does put in work for his community. And you talking to this man crazy. So fast forward, you got fat, sloppy, bought, paid reps like Roland Martin running his mouth. So once he goes to Chicago, this guy confronts Martin. And I would love to see more of this. I would love to see more people getting confronted in the way Roland Martin got confronted by that activist, because it's well-deserved. You cannot be out here because you are a bought person. You are a bought, news, whatever the fuck Roland Martin calls himself these days. Bro, you cannot be talking to people like you crazy. You cannot be telling black people that they're stupid because they don't want to vote Democrat. And it makes no sense. Black people are not tied to a fucking party, you fat, sloppy motherfucker. We're not tied to no party. You're tied. You're bought, Mr. Roland Martin. And to make matters worse, Uncle Luke Scott, y'all know Uncle Luke? Don't stop. Pop that pussy. Let me see you. That Uncle Luke got the audacity over the week to shoot shots at brother Tariq Nasheed and tell Tariq Nasheed that of all people, he's being divisive. Who the fuck done cut Uncle Luke a check or a promise? This is getting out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. Tariq Nasheed, Uncle Luke? Man, I got in my feelings so much I had to tag Uncle Luke and call him a fucking clown. I had to. I had no choice. That's clown behavior, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Luke, you a fucking clown. Out of all people, Tariq Nasheed, man. You rather go against Tariq because he don't want his people to vote either Democrat or Republican without any tangibles. Now he's divisive, Uncle Luke? Oh, y'all niggas is jokes out here, man. It looks bad. Whoo, ladies and gentlemen, it's not looking good for us at all, man. It looks bad. And I don't know if, let me talk to, my American citizens. I want y'all to really process this, okay? My American citizens, I want to land a strong point here about unity and why unity is so fucking important. It's one of my strong points I preach on this podcast. Unity. It's the universal cure for every fucking problem a country may have. Unity will fix anything in a community. I swear for God. I will bet on that 1,000%. I will bet my life unity will solve any problems. But the problem is people have a hard time uniting, right? But not BRICS. America, I want you to understand, right? January 1st, 2024, BRICS before then was made up of 5 members, all right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. 6 more were added January 1st this year. That's Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and United Emirates. But that's not the kicker, okay? Now that BRICS is 11 strong, I want y'all to understand, probably more than that, okay? But about 11 strong, right? I want y'all to understand that there's 106 fucking applications sitting on their desk waiting. I would say it again. There's about 106 more countries waiting, okay? America, nobody wants our dollar anymore. And pretty soon, Kamala and Trump is going to have to get in front of that podium in November 5th and really explain to us how they're going to combat this. If you're taking this shit lightly, that people are letting go of the dollar when it's already losing value, anything, because you got to understand the dollar, there's nothing backing it but a military-industrial complex. And that can only, last but for so long. Because when you're the bully of the world, people start joining forces against the bully. And that's exactly what you're seeing in BRICS. They're rallying up together. That dollar is about to be in trouble. It's already in trouble. But now, before November 5th, I need Kamala and Trump. I need them both to start. I need you guys to really start questioning this authority and really start making these people giving y'all great policies to say how they're going to combat it. Now, I got to give Trump some credit so far. I did hear Trump said he was willing to make America the crypto capital of the world. That's great. That's a start. But we're going to need more than that. It's going to be more. We're going to need way more than that. We're going to need to hear. You're going to have to make the people way more comfortable than just saying you want to make it the crypto capital of the world. We got to have some great policies here, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're sleeping on bricks, this is the more important reason for you to put your flags down. Stop gang banging Republican and Democrat. This is just bricks alone. If you have the slightest bit of sense, you study bricks, you would understand how that is going to impact America greatly. It might take a while. It might even not take that long, depending on how fast they really improve and how much they really start, making this shit happen for them. And they can fully just get rid of the dollar. But it's coming. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Me telling you tonight, put your differences aside, it's not a fucking joke. It's much needed. I think it's a bright idea. I think it'd be great. All right. And I'm looking forward, and for all my people that wake up every day with strong work ethic, it doesn't matter which president is in office, you're going to make the best out of it. You're not going to put too many kids in this world where you can't provide food on the table. You're going to make great decisions in life. For y'all people, I love y'all. You're the backbone in what keeps this country going. You are who represent America. You represent humanity in such a great way. I love those people. And I got to honor myself for being in that crowd. I don't really look forward to any president or anybody in government to improve my life. That is an individual effort. You guys look fucking foolish when you're praising human beings. It's bad, especially when they're not philanthropists. If people in philanthropy that do great humanitarian work, I get that praise. But you people make me sick. It's a sad fucking case for y'all when I see y'all praising people that don't deserve the praise. It has to stop, ladies and gentlemen. America is on a decline. You ain't got to believe me. Go listen to Kamala, go listen to Trump. We're on a decline. It's very easy to tell because they'll tell you straight in your face, if you pick that person, we're fucked. If you pick that person, we're fucked. You hear both parties saying they're leaving us, they're leaving the American citizens with no choice. We're fucked either way. If you got to sit back and listen to Kamala and Trump, ladies and gentlemen, we are fucked either way. They are giving the American people zero hope. And the sheeple are just eating this shit the fuck up. They don't even want to question it. They don't want to turn this shit around and make a big difference and a change in America. Nah, nobody wants to do it. So America will soon get what they deserve. But one thing I do believe is, I believe whoever gets in office, whoever starts talking about getting rid of food stamps and government assistance, things of that nature, I'm going to tell you, man, they might just sway my vote because I'm so sick of you lazy motherfuckers in this country, man, that always are looking for handouts from your government. You by far the worst people in this country, man. And there's no race involved with food stamps and government assistance. White people by far are on it more than anybody, which you should be ashamed. Shout out to Grant Cardone, by the way. Grant Cardone recently made a statement that says, white people, you have zero excuses with that skin you have to be broke. And Grant Cardone, I totally agree. I do. And for my black people who are on food stamps, it's a sad case. I know, I know, and I've heard plenty of stories, and y'all can relate, all my black people. There's people out there that would literally work only a certain amount of hours just so their fucking benefits will not get cut off from the government. Do you understand how fucking disgusting that behavior is? See, America, y'all got to really start looking at yourselves. See, you can't be looking at your government. They're expected to be fucked up. You need to really start looking at yourselves because y'all the biggest problem. Y'all got them, but y'all the, by far the biggest fucking problem. You sheeple motherfuckers. You lazy motherfuckers. There is no president coming to save you. I swear for God, there's not one that can do it. In life, I have not ever looked forward to a president doing any fucking thing for me. No congressman, no senator, no nothing. Nobody was able to do a fucking thing for me except for myself, my family, and the effort I put into in life. Do you understand that? Do you lazy motherfuckers get it? And I want to end this on this note for all you guys have a hard time, understanding what I'm saying. Maybe when I end it on this note, it would land firmly for the average American citizen, all right? Hear me out. As the late JFK once said, ladies and gentlemen, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Put your fucking flags down. You fucking idiots, unite. and start demanding for some significant change. Trust me. If you won't take anything out of the messages in today's episode, at least do that. Unify. Unify with your American citizens. Become American again. Have some real pride and some fucking dignity. Okay? With that being said, enjoy your week, people.
Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh, Lord. But I'm a different type of nigga. Worth about 5 or 6 figures. Wants that profit get bigger. You know. I gotta triple up on this cheese. Take a flight right over them seas. Maybe make a trip to Haiti. Who knows? I just know that I have to go get it. And America's looking so hectic. Make you wanna grab the tech by the second. That's love. How the fuck it come to that? Most these niggas out here rats. And that statement can't be tracked. Yeah, I know. But these crackers is doing the sentencing. In the jail, you niggas repenting then. On the block, you be killing your men again. I know. This system been a trap. This shit must collapse. We ain't about far ways from that. Yeah, they know. We gon' get through regardless. All that small talk so harmless. Y'all pop us under this garment. Whoa. It ain't gotta come to that. Niggas been for peace till I proceed and really state the facts. These fuckers can't stand the fact we black. Jay Blake caught 7 to the back. And then I caught Aubrey with some armory, trying to run the 4 flat. I'm trying to keep my sanity intact. But the shit is getting deeper. Every time I watch the news, there's some white dudes playing like the Grim Reaper. Nigga, I ain't never been a sleeper. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. But I swear to God, you touch my doorknob, you niggas gonna meet your maker. This country getting faker. They gon' try to outdate ya. For the immortalized, they gon' prophesize. You ain't gotta speak the nature. Just when you caramelize, it's when they see demise, it must be second nature. You can do us all a favor. Go ahead and catch the vapors. Act civilized and match your eye for eye, cause there won't be no one to save ya. And I'm a lovable type of neighbor. Might run you a couple of favors. But when you cross the line, it's when I see divide. I ain't forgiving you like your savior. Is you loving this type of behavior? I'm just a man, I ain't trying to persuade you. Hey.